Okay, we should be live now. Alright, let's check the audio real quick and then we can start. Alright, let's check the audio real quick and then we can start. It sounds good and it looks good, so I just gotta set this up in Discord and then we can get this show on the road. Alright, I'm also going to put it in the community tab real quick. If this will ever decide to load, we can put it in the community tab. Don't worry, for everyone who is currently in the chat, I will get to the chat in just a minute. But this is taking rather slow. I can't remember the last time I've streamed on this channel. Probably since before I moved over to Twitch, I would imagine. Obviously, I've done some streams on the OFL YouTube channel, but none here, so certainly be a little bit different. Obviously, I've done a number of streams in the past here, but not in a while. Alright, I'll be done in about 10 seconds here. Okay. We are now good to go. What's good, Boomy, RMP, Chaz, Jax, Nick? What's good, everybody? Yes, I remembered to switch it to the right channel. Zaxby's French fries are elite. Burger King has the best french fries in my opinion, and I know nobody's going to agree with that, but yeah. Back-to-back primetime games to start the year. Yeah, let's go over a schedule real quick. So the preseason schedule is always the same. It's the same as it was in current gen and past Madden. So if I was to do a Jaguars franchise in Madden 20, every preseason other than the first one would be this exact same schedule. It's literally the same one. McDonald's has good french fries. I agree. The OFL, yeah, the OFL 19 streams are here. Actually, the first time I've done streams on the OFL YouTube channel are the recent ones. So all the ones before that, I imagine there are even some OFL 21s here as well. Alright, so we have plenty of primetime games. This is a team that just went 8-8. I know we won our division and a playoff game, but we only won 8-8. So week 1, Sunday Night Football against the Washington football team. That'll be fun. They still have Dwayne Haskins, who I feel like is in danger of getting cut any second in real life now. Monday night against the Texans. I swear I always have early bye weeks. I don't know why. Every year in whatever game it is, Madden 20, Madden 19, now Madden 21, I always have the earliest bye weeks. Titans, Ravens, Texans. Sunday night against the defending NFC champion Giants, and Ravens obviously won the Super Bowl this past year. Sunday night against the Bills. Hopefully we can get our revenge. Thursday night against the Colts. That's 3 straight primetime games. Sunday night against the Eagles. Monday night against the Titans. So what? That's like 7. We have 7 primetime games. I don't think if the Jaguars went 8-8 in real life, the NFL would just hand them 7 primetime games. But I'm not going to complain. Looks like we play the AFC West. Yeah, we play the AFC West, the NFC East, and all the first place finishers. So that includes Baltimore and Buffalo. Today's been a successful day. That is to complete your first trade of OFL 21. You did it before I did. Alright, so before we begin, let's quickly go over the undrafted free agents, and so we can just get a quick rundown of a roster. I signed Tyree Jackson in preseason free agency. I had to. And then we have quarterback Devontae Williamson, who has 89 speed. Our quarterback room is so fast. Coco is 87, Williamson 89, Tyree Jackson 85 speed, and Trace McSorley is 87. So, Devontae Williamson's a player who actually intrigues me quite a bit. Running back, we have Dunya Pratt, who I think is a receiving back. I don't think any of our other running backs are primary receivers, so that's fun. Jags going to get Trevor Lawrence. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Good for them. At wide receiver, I had to name a player because I wanted to think of a goated name. So, Odysseus Portagwe. And then we also have Melvin Newton from Arkansas, tight end. None. We do have a rookie, Simba Azikiwe, who I'm curious about. Offensive lineman. Nobody wanted to create an offensive lineman. So we have Justin Reddick and Nolan Garrard. I don't know if he's related to David. On defense, defensive end Malcolm Williams. And at defensive tackle, Garrison Matthews, who is a 72 overall. So he is quite good. Linebacker, I think there's one. Yeah, Bentley Jen Ferguson at corner. Andre Hamilton, and I think that's it for the undrafted players. With our 3 punters, including the GOAT, Jack Fox. All right, so quickly, I do want to edit the depth chart because I don't like starting my starters in the preseason. I don't even know if I want Coco to get that much playing time. We'll do that. Running back. We're going to have it mainly be Ewell and Kyra Brooks. We want Brian Amaya. Brian Amaya has hidden, so that could be an idea. Very excited to see what Casey Shaw can do. That was definitely one of my favorite picks we made in this draft. Tight end, we'll have Romer start and Azikiwe be the backup. Offensive line, I want none of our starters playing because of just how crippled our offensive line was last year. I just want to avoid any of them playing. Is Coco going to have a Taysom Hill type role for us this season? Probably not. I think he's just going to mainly be the backup until either Minshew sucks or Minshew just happens to be really good and we were to trade on Wosu in the offseason. There are a number of different things we could do with Coco. So we've got our options. All right, who can I start here? I'll start Spencer there, and we'll give the backup spot to which of my backups aren't starting? Hold on. All right, we'll just rock with that. I want Cyphris to play quite a bit. And then at right end, maybe a guy like George Brins, and I'd like to see some Malcolm Williams too. Kansas, West Virginia tonight. I am excited for that. I hope that we play well, coming off a close win against Texas Tech. West Virginia is a darn good team, so, I mean, that's not going to be an easy game by any means. I wonder how David Harris is going to play for us. That's certainly one of the more interesting pickups we made. We don't have a lot of other corners, do we? Okay, we have 2. I want to see Ike Shorts Raymond in the slot during the preseason. That'll be interesting. I also want to see what he... Actually, yeah, I want Julius Williams to play. Strong safety. I kind of want to see what Rashawn Babineau does at safety. Kicker, we will switch kicker and punter out. Kick returner is going to be Shock. Kickoffs, we'll do someone who isn't currently playing. We'll do Volker. Launch snapper, I really don't care. Third down, I'm going to make Ewell and Brooks. Actually, no, we'll give Pratt some playing time. We'll make that Pratt and make that Ewell. And then power back will be Brooks and Ewell. Slot, we'll do that. Rush defensive ends. I want Josh Allen nowhere near the field during the preseason. Matthews can't rush the passer at all. That's not fun. I mean, he's a 72. He's still really good for an undrafted player. I'm going to have Williams at sub-linebacker. I think that's an interesting idea. Same for Ike. Ike can do a number of different things. I just don't think he can really play safety. And then Josh Jackson's probably going to be our main slot guy, so I kind of want to see him there. All right. We are ready to go. So now which game do we want to play? I think I'm going to do play the moments for 3 of them and play 1 full game. I know we played the Bills this year, we played the Broncos this year, so I guess Cleveland or Cincinnati, because we don't play either of them this year. I do want to play a team that we won't see. I think we should play this Browns game because it's the 3rd game. I think that makes the most sense. All right, so we're going to do play the moments for the Bengals, the Bills, and the Broncos, and we will play the game against Cleveland. Why, hello, Octi. What's good, Crocker? Welcome. All right, these are definitely Cincinnati's cleanest jerseys. We're going to rock with them. Okay, well, we can't really wear anything white then, because that's what they're wearing. We're going to be wearing our alternates on the road. We can make do with it. Trying to see your guy, JT. Is that the linebacker you made? Because if it is, you probably will get to see him. We now have 3 X Factors. Miles Jack and C.J. Henderson have moved up. Bengals had a big offseason. I mean, they signed Von Miller, Mark Andrews, Braden Smith, Brandon Graham. I mean, this team's actually going to be really solid this year. No, did I press play the moments or did I press play full game? I'm used to doing play full game. Oh, the Broncos receiver. Oh, okay. Well, we'll probably see him in play the moments, I would imagine. I think he's only 20 years old with hidden dev, so that's like a pretty darn good pick for the 4th round. Go Bills and Lakers. Well, those 2 teams are both looking pretty good at the moment. Let me know if the audio, the in-game audio is too loud, by the way. I can, like, hear it through my headset. I wasn't able to do this on the PlayStation 4. It's certainly a little bit different streaming on the new console. Mike Brown doing something in the offseason that's very un-Mike Brown-esque, I will say. All right, let's get this underway. Okay, so the Bengals are in the red zone. Why is Leighton in the game? I don't approve of that. Okay. Ducks got a New Year's 6 game because of the conference championship. I mean, Keaton Slovis was rough in that game, but you know what? A win's a win. So, I think Iowa State's going to prove to be an interesting game for the Duckos. Ooh, bleed! Bleed is so slow. And it says a touchdown. I wonder how it does sound. And it says a touchdown. Yeah, that sounds fine. The mic audio sounds quite different from the PlayStation 4. He tore that center up. I mean, that was a nice play by Bleat Friarwood, but he wasn't able to finish it. Pair of undrafted players in the backfield. Here is Pratt with a nice move. Okay, there's a good first impression for Danya Pratt. Now in the red zone. What does Williamson's arm look like? What does his legs look like with that 89 speed? Okay, that's a flying start. Sack for Trey Waynes. I don't know who was blocking Trey Waynes because whoever did not do their job. Really want Trevor to go out with a natty? That could happen. I mean, I don't know if anyone's beaten Bama. Bama is absolutely loaded, even for their standards. Okay, this offensive line is not looking too good. I mean, granted, we're starting a bunch of 60 overalls there. Ooh, 5 for 6, 58, okay. And then I think Coco's going to play the rest of the game. He only has like 83 injury, but he has super high toughness. In the Westlake game, I think he like broke his finger or something and came back. It's 4th and goal at the 4. We might as well just go for it. I mean, it's for preseason. We know what Josh Lambo is about. Only team that has a chance to beat Bama is Clemson. I think Ohio State has a chance. I don't know about Notre Dame. Can we get it in? Not quite. We almost cut in, but not quite. All right. The second unit is in. If you can even count them, the second unit. Ooh, Coco's in the game. His first preseason appearance. The future of the Jaguars. That's not too bad of a first throw, I must say. A gain of 35 on the run. Okay, I like that. Ohio State has a chance, but if Justin Fields played like he did against Northwestern, you're not beating anyone. Oh, you're absolutely right. I mean, he was certainly not himself. A lot of people are saying Zach Wilson should go number 2 to the Jets. I still think it should be Fields, personally. Although Zach Wilson has been really good. Is this going to be Coco's first touchdown? Not quite. You like 22 players out? Yeah, but Justin Fields wasn't one of them, to be fair. Still an impressive win. I mean, Northwestern's a good team. Here's J.K. in the end zone. His first touchdown as a Jaguar. And we'll tie it up at 7. All right, they have it at the 32. Third down. Why are Jack and Van Der Esch the linebackers in the game? Who is their backup? Ryan Finley? Ryan Finley wasn't half bad last night. Certainly for his standards. Oh no, it's Lawrence Cross, the rookie out of Arizona. I thought he was a nice gem in like the 5th or 6th round or whatever. He was one of the better day 3 quarterbacks in the class. Bullies the center again. Doesn't matter because he gets it to a 1. Ryan Finley is the hero to my people. Ryan Finley is a hero to everybody but Bengals fans, pretty much. And last night, Steelers fans. Okay, that was a nice throw. Who is number 11? Clavijo. Alright, Coco looked pretty darn good in his first drive. I don't know if he'll be able to match that up. What's good, Laura? Welcome to the stream. The better Lawrence facts. Finley is starting over Burrow next year. Oh my, there's not a lot of time. Why would you tell me to come in a punt situation? I do want to see what the punters can do, but like, I also kind of want to go for it. I mean, it's 4th and 2 in week 1 of the preseason. So why not? Coco's going to run it himself. He's got some wheels. Why is Dobbins in the game? I don't know. I mean, I do want Dobbins to get a few snaps because we haven't seen him, but I would rather him not be in the game than him be in the game. Oh, he's wide open. No one's covering Dobbins, and he gets it all the way to like the 6. We might as well call time. Coco's going to be a stud. I mean, he looks like it. I know he's only played 1 quarter of preseason football, but he looks like the real deal. Oh, that's an easy score. That's easy. And before Dobbins gets a torn ACL, that would suck. That would suck. So Coco here in the second quarter is a passing and a rushing touchdown. Can't really complain with that. Oh, a safety. Okay. And we have really good field position. Let's see what Kyra Brooks can do. He had kind of an underwhelming rookie year. He averaged barely over 3 yards a carry. Whoever plays better out of Minshew in the preseason is the starter. Gardner's not playing in the preseason. I am not having a starting QB battle in the preseason because Gardner Minshew will be the week 1 starter. But if Minshew struggles, I'm willing to give them both some playing time and see what they're both made of. I don't know what I want to do here. We're just going to run! Touchdown number 2 on the ground for Coco. How long do I think it'll be until Minshew is uprooted? It all depends on how he plays. If he plays mediocre like he has been, then I might keep him in for a little bit, but not re-sign him. If he plays well, we're just going to keep him and maybe pay him. And if he is really bad, then we'll show him the bench. Before the draft, were you confident that you were going to draft Coco in like the 3rd or 4th round? Well, mid-round quarterbacks generally start to go in the 3rd round, so I knew if I wanted him, or Kendrick Savage for that matter, I would have to pick them in the 2nd round. So that was always the plan all along, to get one of those 2 guys in round 2, and they both happened to be available. So I made my pick, and I mean, I could have gone with either one of them. There's not a huge difference, but I ended up going with Coco, and hopefully it pays off. Coco is the next Cam Newton. I would certainly consider that a success. Maybe not current Cam Newton, but Cam Newton also has an MVP to his name. Okay, he had a nice juke in the draft highlights. Unfortunately, he didn't get it there. If Minshew was awful, then we pay him the Mahomes money. Definitely. Can Dobbins get his second score? Not quite. Dobbins is back in. Let's see if Egerton is open on the left side, too. Oh, we might get another rushing score. 3 rushing touchdowns for Coco today. Wow. Pat's not winning this Monday. Who are they playing? I think they're playing Buffalo. I mean, that's a game the Bills should win. And I wouldn't be surprised if Belichick just throws that game, tries to get a better draft pick, especially if he really wants... oh, dear. Especially if he really wants Zach Wilson or Trey Lance, specifically Lance, because I don't think New England really has a shot at Zach Wilson anymore. All right, now we're in the onside formation. And it is recovered by us. Cool. Not scared of 2 week 17. I mean, the Dolphins might be playing for a playoff spot week 17. And the Bills, if Buffalo wins and the Steelers lose, then the Bills get the 2-seed lock. So the Bills might not even have to try week 17. And the Dolphins obviously will. Pretty much no matter what happens this week. Oh, nice pick! I believe that's Daniel Thomas. What a play! I know it was 4th down, and actually that hurts our yardage, but there's 34 seconds. Trey Lance is overrated. I mean, he didn't play well in the one game this year, but last year as a redshirt freshman, he was really good. He didn't throw a single pick. I'm starting to like the idea of Trey Lance to Detroit a little bit better, although I don't think we're picking a quarterback round 1. But I don't hate it. We want McSorley. McSorley will play. He'll get playing time. Colts better win. Is that game in Pittsburgh? I mean, that's not going to be an easy game for the Colts. Kyle Trask to Jacksonville. I mean, if Jacksonville loses out, they're getting Lawrence. But if they win out, they do have that other first-round pick from the Rams. I thought Coco had a passing touchdown. Maybe not. But both quarterbacks played well. Coco Nwosu looked like the real deal in his debut. Devontae Williamson played well. Coco with 3 rushing scores. He led us in carries and yards today. Wow. Why did RJ Ewell get 1 touch? Simba with a nice game, 4 for 48. Johnson with 64 yards. Okay. Kyra Brooks allowed 2 sacks. I'm not really sweating if our 3rd-string running back is allowing the most sacks. Sam Walford with a sack, and then Daniel Thomas had the pick at the end. Week 17, instead of talking about top prospects, us Browns fans are talking about the playoffs. That's not normal for you guys. Usually you're talking about the prospects. All right, good win. It does not look like the game crashes, so that's a good sign. And I guess we can sim a week. All right, we're going to do the play of the moments again here. Norwell wants to mentor Nolan Garrard, who I think is a 57. Will improve his pass blocking. Why did I choose finesse? I mean, he's a guard. That was kind of dumb of me. Oh, well. Home opener. No, I don't want full game. Time to get revenge on Buffalo. I know it's a preseason and it's a pretty meaningless game, but I think Trask will to Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta's going to get a top 5 pick, though. Or at least they're projected to. If Atlanta wins out, then I think that's possible. I kind of want to wear throwbacks. I don't think I've worn, like, the gradient helmets yet. I know some people don't really like them, but I don't think I've worn them yet, so why not? Jags get Trevor Lawrence. They will be better next season. Oh, of course they will. I mean, best case, Jacksonville record-wise is 3-13. Obviously, they don't want that. Obviously, they'd rather Trevor than 2 meaningless wins. But, I mean, Trevor alone is going to win them some games next year. The question would become if the Jaguars become a competent organization with Trevor. And that answer, who knows? Can't wait to be able to draft Lawrence. Surely he'll be able to turn around the Browns. This isn't 2017 anymore? I mean, this is a good year to go 0-16. 2017 was not. Because there is no clear number one pick. And obviously Baker was the guy, which, for those who don't know, I was not a huge Baker guy coming out of Oklahoma. And, I mean, he's been solid. I think Josh Allen looks like probably the best quarterback in this class, and Lamar is an MVP. But after them, I'd say Baker's the clear number 3. What if the Jets take Trevor? Well, the Jaguars need to win a game for that to happen, because the Jaguars have pick 1 if the season ended today. I mean, it's possible the Jets can still get 1, but it's unlikely. Browns went from 0-16 to a playoff team in 3 years. I mean, teams change really quickly in the NFL. You can become bad to good very quickly. The Bills were a totally irrelevant team 3 years ago. Actually, they made the playoffs like 3 years ago, but I mean, for the most part, they were irrelevant. Then they trade up for Josh Allen, and now they look like legit contenders. Nice catch by Romer. Williamson is 4 for 4. He looks like he can play. Wait, the Jets won? Yeah, the Jets won on Sunday. They beat the Rams. Alright, let's punch it in with Ewell. He's not a huge power back, but is he in? Not quite. He's down at the 1. Dolphins tanked for Tua, and now they're in the playoff hunt. I mean, the tank for Tua turned far less glorious once Joe Burrow passed him. Josh Allen made the Bills relevant. I don't think you're totally wrong. I mean, part of it might be good coaching. Sean McDermott's one of the best coaches in the league. Brian Daboll is, in my opinion, the best coordinator going for a head coaching job this offseason, and I really want the Lions to get him, although I highly doubt it because there are a bunch of teams with good young quarterbacks looking for coaches, including the Jaguars, assuming you can just pencil Trevor Lawrence in there. And we do not have a young quarterback, although Stafford is still very good. Any of you could have fired your coach for Stefanski? That's true. I mean, some of us have good coaches, other of us, like us, did not have a good coach last year. Okay, I guess Williamson is still out for the second quarter. And then I think the second unit will play the second half. Nice amount of passing yards for Williamson. Don't know why offense coordinators are always the top candidates. Well, it's not always offense coordinators. I mean, Robert Saleh is one of the top projected guys, and he's a defensive coordinator. But in an offensive-driven league, it does seem like teams are starting to gravitate more towards offense. And there are a lot of good young quarterbacks. So I do think more coaches who are hired are probably going to be offense, yeah. We're about to be up 14-0. This team might go undefeated in the preseason. Not that that really matters. I mean, what, we got a participation trophy out of that? As Pratt reaches in for the score of the undrafted rookie. Oh dear, the Bills might tie it here. Okay. Maybe we shouldn't have been worried about going undefeated. Josh Allen, incomplete. Good defense by number 30. I think that's Josh Jackson. Browns went 4-0 in the preseason in 2017. Lions went 4-0 in the preseason in 2008. 4-0 in the preseason seems to be the key to 0-16. As Juice Johnson scores. Johnson played really well against his last year in the playoff game. Surprised that not many teams pull a Cubs. What, with like an 108-year drought? I mean, we've won one playoff game in the past 60 years, so that's kind of Chicago Cubs-esque. Take offense before defense? I think that's starting to becoming more common in the NFL. Oh, Casey's wide open. I have to get Casey going deep one play. Basketball back tonight. I think the Pistons' first game is tomorrow, so that's fun. But basketball is finally back, and when I say finally, I mean it was here like what feels like last week. And the offseason felt like it was a few days. Deep ball! Oh, that would have been a sick play. That's why the Jets didn't go 0-16, because there's no preseason, yeah. Defense wins championships, not a thing anymore. I mean, I would say it's still a thing. Especially in January when the weather is cold, you need to have a good defense and you need to run the ball. So I think people are starting to really count out the Steelers, but they still have the best defense in football. So, although their offense has looked pretty putrid as of late. Cubs rebuild was take bats, then worry about pitching. I mean, it worked for the short term. Okay, well, this drive was a disaster. Let's see what Federico does as the punter. Cavs play the Hornets tomorrow. An early season tank bowl. Maybe Charlotte will be competitive. Ooh, nice hit by McBride. Best defense in football just lost to Ryan Finley. Anything can happen. I mean, these are professional football teams. I'm going to change the punter real quick. Anybody can win an NFL game because these are 32 professional football teams. That's why I think the Jets, for example, would beat Clemson or Alabama or whoever by like 40. At least. Coco is in. Oh, you're making it way too easy. Woo! What a move! I was worried for a second, but it's Taven Bryan, the former Jaguar, who's hurt. Coco is a low injury rating. When I see that red bar come up, I'm going to get worried. Alright, we're going to look for square. We're going to look for Colin Johnson here. I don't think he's going to be open. Nope. No one's going to be open. Ooh, nice play to Simba. Oh, he wasn't in. Octi slide, I probably should have. I kind of want to see Volker. I want to see Volker on the kick. Might do the same thing that we did last year with Volker. That'll probably mean someone signs him. But that'll also mean he'll probably be a free agent at the end of the year. McSorley, the holder. ESPN has had you guys as the worst team in the league. I mean, I don't totally disagree. I think it's time to let Volker go. I mean, Volker just drilled the kick. Volker wasn't on the team last year. I mean, we drafted him. We put him on the practice squad. The Rams signed him right after. And then we were able to sign him again in free agency, so maybe we should not have invested a draft pick in him. And I think the same could be said for the punter, Federico Hernandez-Rios, in the last draft, but punters and kickers get signed as undrafted free agents before I had the chance to get them. I got lucky with Brian Amaya here, but Greg Guillory, for example, the Westlake punter, was already signed before I had the chance to. I think he signed with the Cardinals. Ooh, we didn't get that. I should have cut inside. Yeah, that was a bad play by yours truly. We are winning. Might not be for long, though. Why is Josh Allen in the game? I gave him an extra pass rush bar because I changed one of his superstar abilities, so I'm curious to see how it plays, but I'm not curious to see it in the preseason. I want to see what it does week 1 against Washington, not in the preseason. Hopefully we don't have any injuries. That would suck. That might be a face mask. It looked like a late flag, so my guess is face mask. Oh, it's a holding. And it's on the offense. Cool. John Feliciano, the guard. I don't know why, I was about to say I don't know why Leighton's getting so many snaps, but this isn't Leighton, it's Alford. When I see a white linebacker on the field, I'm going to think it's Van Der Esch. Being the worst team could land you the first pick. I mean, this draft class is supposed to be really good, but I want me some Cade Cunningham. So, hopefully that's us getting that pick. Pick that off, Ike! Yes, sir! I'm going to return this. Hold on. Maybe I shouldn't have returned it, but a huge turnover in the red zone. Why is a wide receiver wearing number 3? Is that Gabe Davis? Eagles need help next season. Wentz to the Colts. I mean, him reuniting with Frank Reich would be fun, but I don't think the Eagles need to give up on Wentz. Or at least I wouldn't. I mean, he was the MVP of the league 2-3 years ago if it weren't for his ACL injury. Now, Jalen Hurts has looked awesome through 2 games, but I don't know if I'd be willing to give up on him yet. And if they do trade him, I'm very curious to see what his trade value is. plenty of guards. Adding Cade wouldn't make you mad. Yeah, you guys need like a true playmaker. So, I think Cade would make the most sense. Hurts is the future. I mean, Hurts has only played 2 games. Now, he's looked great in both of them. But I'm not ready to say he's the future yet. He said, whoops. 4th and 2, they're going to punt it? No, they're not. They're not going to punt it. 2 games, he's already looked better than Wentz. That's true. I don't think Wentz has played as good of games this year. I don't think any of his performances were as good as Hurts' 2 games. I will say that. But, I mean, teams are starting to get more film on Hurts. They'll figure him out, and he'll have to adjust. And I think Jalen Hurts seems like a confident, smart guy, so I would trust him to adjust. But I guess we'll have to see. I'm enjoying running with Coco. It's like I'm having Tez again, but as a 69 overall with really bad awareness. And is nowhere near the player that Tez was. I probably should have slid there. Ooh, nice move. Move Coco to running back. Bo Knowles is hurt. Okay, he's one of our backup linemen. I'm not going to act too upset. But, I mean, Coco looks like a running back out here who happens to have an arm. The first thing I said about him in the draft episode is that I don't like calling him a quarterback. I like calling him an athlete with an arm. I mean, he's only 8 for 20 today. That's not great, but can't wait to see Keith Fleming join the series. Hopefully that won't be this year. Hopefully he doesn't declare. But that'll certainly be fun. I don't really know what to do here. Ah! Okay. Bo Knowles is fine. That's good. Not that it's a big deal. Is Andrew Norwell in? Oh dear, he's probably going to get hurt. Alright, first down doesn't totally end the game, but it kind of puts the Bills out of reach. Yeet. Alright, 3rd and 4. Can Dobbins finish it off? I don't know why he's getting so many snaps. He does. Bills have to start calling their timeouts now. Yeah, we're just going to run the ball. We're gonna play smart here. Just don't fumble it, JK, and we're all good. Is there any way I can feed RJU over the ball? I want to see a little bit more of him. It appears not. He might have been listed as the starter. That's probably why. Lions do better next year, and that comes from a Packers fan myself. I really want to see more of Love play. I mean, we haven't seen Love at all on the NFL level. But, I mean, I hope we do better. 5-11 or 6-10 most likely. We're not going to go 2-0. So either 1-1 or 0-2. So that'll give us either 5 or 6 wins. Hopefully the new regime totally doesn't mess it up. But at the same time, there's not really much to mess up. Yeah, it's game. That's game. I wanted to go out of bounds. Oh, I did go out of bounds. But I also got tackled, which defeats the purpose of going out of bounds. Alright, we'll just kneel at the clock and end it. 2-0 in the preseason. Coco was not as good today, but he's a 20-year-old kid. We cannot be expecting him to be outstanding. New regime just fired Coombs. No, Bevel fired Coombs, and Bevel's not going to be here in 2 weeks. So, I don't know why they're letting him call the shots, because he's going to be gone. So I don't really get that. The team president, Rod Wood, approved it, but Rod Wood also happens to be an idiot, so I'm going to regret running with Coco like this. You're probably right. All right, I do kind of want to kick another field goal with Volker. What if they block it and return it and win the game? I would not do this in a regular season game, by the way. But since it's for preseason, why not? Volker got that right down the middle. Volker's actually accurate. I'm not used to this Volker. I'm used to him being a little bit wide right or a little bit wide left. All right, 2-0. And then this third game against the Browns, we're going to play the entire game start to finish, and then the last game we're going to do play the moments again. 149 rushing yards. Neither quarterback threw for over 50%. They were not as good today, but hey, a win's a win. J.K. Dobbins was the leading rusher. Coco had 46 yards. Ewell and Pratt both scored. Volker was good in his final season. Screw you. I don't know if I'd say he was good. I mean, he was good enough. Dolphins get the 7th spot. That'll probably be the Dolphins over Ravens. Unless the Colts, Titans, or Browns totally collapse. And in that case, a 10-win team would miss the playoffs. Ooh, 3 picks, including our top draft choice, Julius Williams. Cool. All right, I'm going to fiddle around with the depth chart a little bit before this game. I think the starters play 3 quarters. I would rather see 3 quarters of Coco, and I know that's risky. I'm probably not going to have him play the 4th game. I think the rest of it's fine. I want David Harris to start. Yeah, outside of that, I'm good. He was all over his blitz alerts. Wow, strong words from Mr. Norwell. Tighten down, boys, he said. Tighten up this week. And last week for the purpose of the tank. Alright, Browns are 1-1. Is anybody hurt on our team? No, good. And I know I have injuries on. Because we did have a couple of minor injuries in that game. Alright, so far we stayed healthy. Let's keep it that way. I'm cool with wearing their regular home jerseys than for us. I've always liked our all-white away options. I think those are pretty clean. Nah, go Packers, ew. I'm going to have to ban the words go Packers from my chat. I think that'd be a good idea. Game 3 of the preseason is here. We are 2-0. Going to try to make it 3-0, playing the whole game today. Ew! Get those curse words out of my chat. You can say go Bears go, you can say go Vikings go, but nothing with the Packers. I do not approve. Ooh, I do want to change the kicker and punter. I'm going to have Volker at the kicker for the rest of the preseason, and at punter, we're going to have Brian Amaya at punter today. Expect me to run some fakes. And then we're going to have the man, the myth, the legend, Jack Fox. The Pro Bowler, Jack Fox, excuse me, as the punter for the 4th game. You know you can delete them? Yeah, but I don't feel like it. Alright, normally I wouldn't return it this far deep, but Casey Shock has 98 speed, and I want to see what he can do. Okay, not a great return. I'm going to do the Lambo leap one day? Heck no. My ears, guys, is it that loud? One day, heck no. Oh my, that is kind of loud. That is loud. Huh. Alright. If the game gets out of hand, then maybe we will do some simulating, but I do plan on playing most, if not all, of this game today. Gonna need the Colts and Raiders to win this week. That would be helpful for you guys, yeah. Alright, we're gonna have Zeke Bowman and Casey Shock in for 3 quarters. Those 2 guys are competing for the wide receiver 3 role, although both of them are probably gonna get plenty of snaps this year. Deep ball to Godwin! What a throw by Coco on Wosu. What team is Damian Hudson on? I'm not sure, actually. I think it might be the Colts. I could be totally wrong about that. Pratt again now actually gets a nice run this time.
The ball carried by number 25. He was brought down by Denzel Ward.
All right.
A gain of 11 on the play.
I don't love that Shock is running a curl here, but we'll go with it. Zeke Bowman, he torched the Browns last time these two teams played. And Bowman starts the game with a touchdown. Browns fans are getting bad flashbacks of this man terrorizing his team, or their team, in the playoff game last year.
His kick is good. Makes the score Jaguars 7, Browns nothing.
Good start for the offense. That was a quick drive. So now we get to see Malik Edwards-Hoskins lead the Cleveland Browns. I'm very happy I chose this game now because we get to see what he's made of as the starter. 67 overall. He has 83 throw power even though he's a strong young quarterback. He does have star development though. I compared this man to Taysom Hill in the prospect profile video. Not necessarily their talents, but maybe how they could be used. So that should be interesting. But I do like this player. I just don't know if he's meant to be a starting quarterback right now. That's not a great start. A 31-yarder for Jarvis Landry. Is Dak still on the Cowboys here? Yes, he is. He got paid the big bucks. I wonder what will happen with Dak in real life. Ooh, nice pressure from Taluiai-Pupu. Oh, dear. I'm getting flashbacks of Beckham terrorizing us in the playoff game. Hill's not better than Drew in real life? Nowhere close. I mean, Drew Brees was bad on Sunday, but that doesn't mean Taysom Hill's automatically better. Good tackle, Stone. On Nick Chubb. Chubb was not all that good against us last year in the playoff game. Baker Mayfield and Odell Beckham were the two dominated against us, and Al Baker is not on the team. He is with the Giants. Nice play by the second-year pro Taluiai-Pupu.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
All right, I'm going to blitz with the corner here. Is Malik Edwards-Hoskins better than Baker? Not on that throw. In real life, Dak goes to the Niners. That's possible. What are the Niners going to do with Garoppolo, though? They signed him to a big contract a couple years ago.
Field goal, a 21-yard attempt.
Field goal is good. Oh, they have Prater now. Huh. Well, then who's the Lions kicker? I know they don't have Fox anymore, because we do. But who is their kicker? I don't know. I'm curious. I completely missed on the cornerback blitz. I was having trouble with Josh Jackson getting to the backfield. I mean, I was in the backfield, but I was having trouble bringing down the quarterback. That change of direction of his might be almost a little bit too good on that play. Solid run for RJU. I want to see what Ewell can do here today. I want to give him a lot of touches. How old is Prater in this series? He's probably... How old is he now? Like 35, 36? So I guess 2 years older than whatever he is now. How old is he? I'm actually kind of curious. It's got to be up there. Matt Prater is 36 right now, so that would mean he'd be 38 here. He's probably regressed quite a bit, even though he's a kicker. When your parents are making you do SAT prep when you don't take the SAT for a long time, oof. Okay, I mean, that wasn't necessarily an accurate throw, but it was complete, and we might have gotten a roughing the passer there. Or face mask, that works too. Lamont Irvin, the former first rounder. Irvin was really good against us last year in the playoff game. He's pretty good. User in Jackson, the first player that came to mind was J.C. Jackson. I don't blame you for thinking that, as Myles Garrett is not going to be fun to play against today. Especially considering we have like a 50-something overall right tackle. How good is Goat? Rigo, Blank, and Goat? Probably pretty good. I don't know if he's still in the Colts here or not. Okay, good blocking. Particularly by the tight ends.
The ball carried by number 37. He was brought down by Denzel Ward.
That's the first player that comes to mind when you see Jackson at corner. I think a lot of people would probably agree with you there. Zeke is open. Coco is 4 for 4. He is throwing dimes today.
A gain of 22 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
Alright, let's see what we do here on this play. Just don't get sacked. Okay, we're not going to get sacked. Alright, good run.
The quarterback on the scramble.
I don't want to run it too much with him because A, I don't want to go totally overpowered, and B, I don't want to risk injuring him. So, I want to be calculated and smart with how we use Onwosu. I don't think I'm going to play Onwosu in the last preseason game. I think I'm going to have McSorley and Tyree Jackson at quarterback for both of those games. Worse than Keith Duncan. Oof. Oh dear. We're lucky we got any sort of yardage. I saw the red flash and I was nervous. J.C. Jackson got snubbed. Didn't Bill Belichick, like, do something so he wasn't on the Pro Bowl ballot? Kendrick Savage, Coco, reason? Because Kendrick Savage fits the Trace McSorley song better. You're kind of right. I'm not even going to deny that. Oh dear, just throw it away and we don't even do that. Is he in the zone? I hope not. He is, okay. Volker time. Okay, we get a field goal. And Coco has looked quite good through 2 drives. Yes, sir, the GOAT in Madden. Big Tuna isn't in Madden yet. We gotta wait another year or 2 for that. Until he either declares this year or leaves as a senior next year. How good am I gonna make Big Tuna? I don't know. 86, 87 as a rookie? Maybe? In the ballpark. I mean, I made Hines in 82 and Kanye in 81 as a rookie, so I'd say an 87 is fair for Big Tuna. That might be a little bit, I don't know, unfair. Tuna deserves 99 X Factor. You're probably right. I might have been lowballing him with 87. I was just trying to stay humble, but yeah, 99 is probably the right answer. I see nobody has decided to play defense today. Now, it is a preseason game. That doesn't really matter. I don't use Bornang. But these offenses, these 2 quarterbacks are both looking really good. Brown's getting banged up today. You know who also got snubbed? Wyatt Teller. I don't disagree with you. Wyatt Teller has been really, really good. But yeah, the Pro Bowl is just a whole popularity contest. I don't know how we got 3 people in, although all 3 players who made it do deserve it. Hawkinson's been the best tight end in the NFC, which more so goes to show how bad the tight ends in the conference are when Evan Engram's the other Pro Bowler. Ragnow deserved it, and Jack Fox deserved it, so they got us right, but they got pretty much everybody else wrong. There were some bad snubs. I think the biggest one was probably DeForest Buckner. I don't know how he does not get in. Jesse Bates is up there as well for snubs. J.C. Jackson. I'm a little surprised A.J. Brown made it. He's been really good this year, but I wasn't expecting him to be the 4th AFC receiver. Oh dear, that was bad. That was bad. That's why NFL needs to let the fans vote. The fans do, though. They just don't fully count the fans' vote. And I think if it was only based on the fan vote, it would be even worse. So I do like that it's not just the fan vote, but at least get it right. Please win on New Year's. We'll try. Ooh! Nice little spin move. Yeah, you're right. Trace McSorley will be in the Pro Bowl. I mean, Trace McSorley deserves it, though. But there are other scenarios where a player wouldn't. Trace McSorley's just that guy. Alright, let's try to get Myles Garrett out of the zone before we do anything crazy. Okay, that's a good start.
Number 32 on the carry.
Lamar did not make it, nor did he deserve it. I mean, Lamar's not been bad this year, but
It's a pickup of 6.
Watson's been better, he made it.
And 4.
Mahomes was better, he made it. Allen was better, he made it. Tannehill was better than Lamar. I probably would have had Tannehill in over Watson, to be honest.
Number 25.
And that's no shade of Deshaun Watson. He's been awesome this year.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Jaguars
Watson and Tannehill both deserve it over Kyler Murray, I'll say that. But the AFC seems stronger than the NFC this year.
toss play to the running back.
Not that I mean Kyler's been really impressive at times, but I don't think he deserves to be a Pro Bowler over Ryan Tannehill. So I don't like that it has to be even per conference, but nice catch. Daniel Romer's been impressive in this preseason. Baker's gonna make the Pro Bowl next season. I mean, we need to see Baker be consistent. Now he's on a really nice stretch right now. I'm not going to deny that, but if we get another Clem sucks Clem sucks Bama Natty, might have to commit a war crime. Yeah, how many Clems and Bama Natties have we had? Like 3? I don't know, it's a lot. We've never had an Ohio State Clemson Natty, and that won't change this year. Shouldn't be a limit on how many players should make a Pro Bowl. I mean, you can't have a roster of like 200 people. But I feel like it should just be the best players at each position, regardless of conference. I liked it how they did it when like the 2 legends would be able to pick teams, not based on conference. I kind of like that. Like, oh, see, this is not your year. No, it is not. Yeah, let's just get rid of it. They got the Pro Bowl in Madden, so that means the better team is going to lose. Because Madden doesn't know anything. I remember when that news first came out and Ian Rappaport had to tweet about it. He was like, it's in Madden. Solid. I don't know what's solid about it, but I mean, Madden Sim we know isn't always the brightest. Give me Bama Ohio State, you would get crushed, but it's something different. What about Notre Dame Ohio State? Wouldn't you rather that? I mean, Notre Dame's not going to win, but I would imagine you would prefer that. I seriously think if Clemson has 2 losses, they would still consider them to get the 4th spot. Especially if it was a close loss. Maybe not if they were blown out by Notre Dame, but ooh, nice play. Joe Giles Harris. OSU Notre Dame would be better if only that was actually going to happen. But I mean, we need both of those teams to win, and I'm not confident to say that one of them is going to win. Okay, let's just not let them get the first. Yeah, we're good. The committee hates Clemson. How does the committee hate Clemson? They've made it almost every year.
A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
He should be 98 at the lowest. I don't disagree. Probably go to Bama, but you don't want him to win. Well, if you're at Bama, you're going to have to root for him. The rankings always hated on you guys. I mean, you guys still made it, so the rankings, I mean, they determine the matchups, but I don't know how you can say the committee despises a team that makes it just about every year. If we won the championship, Dabo would be like, they still didn't deserve it. Oh, you're absolutely right. I like Clemson, but Dabo makes it hard to root for them sometimes. Dabo can be very annoying. Let's see this speed. He said, cry me a river.
Complete to number 13. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Jaguars.
Didn't he run out of bounds? Why is the clock still going? Casey, get open. He didn't get open, but he still caught it. Casey Shock, what a play. Committee absolutely hates Clemson, even though they hardly play anyone. That's true. If the ACC did not have Clemson, then that conference would be more relevant than the Pac-12, and that says a lot. Because the Pac-12 sucks. All I hate we say Dabo Sweeney. We have 250 yards today? Jesus Christ. Our offense has been really impressive against the Browns' starting defense. These are mainly backups. A full set of backup offensive linemen, backup running back, backup quarterback, and our two best receivers are not playing. That might be a little bit kind to Laviska Shenault, but... Oh dear, that was bad. Sickening that Oregon and Iowa State got a New Year's 6 over Indiana. I'm not even going to disagree with that. Indiana got screwed. I don't know how you can give a 3-loss Big 12 team a New Year's 6 game over a 1-loss Big 10 team, and that 1 loss is to a playoff team. Yeah, we're not going to get in. Remember when the Pac-12 was good? Nick remembers. Remember when Oregon was a playoff team? Remember when Washington was a playoff team? Are those the only 2 years we had a playoff team? Because I don't think USC ever made the playoff. Yeah, I think it was just Oregon the first year and Washington when they had Chris Peterson. If they didn't lose their quarterback, Indiana would have a New Year's 6. The sad thing is, you're right. If Penix didn't get hurt, they would probably be more inclined to give Indiana a New Year's 6 game because it would be more interesting. I still think Indiana deserves it, although they would probably lose to whoever they're playing against. They're still a really good team, and I don't think you can make that decision just based on if the quarterback is healthy. But I do think that's probably what happened, which isn't really fair. Ooh, nice play by Van Der Esch. Again, I don't know why he's in the game, but you suck at Madden. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to totally disagree with you. Alright, they have a minute 33 left. I think the sad thing is, if these trolls actually tried to play me, I'd probably win. And I'm not even that good at Madden or 2K. I'm not even going to deny that, but... Why was he wide? Oh, dear. I have no business to talk after that play. Last name is O'Neill, which means you're probably Irish, which means you're probably a ginger, which means you don't have a soul. Got him. Imagine coming here to hate on the creator. Yeah. I mean, it's not easy uploading every day. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but upload fairly good videos. I guess that's subjective to the viewer. Solid return by Casey. We have a minute and all 3 timeouts. Who starts with the ball? I think they do. Okay. Yeah, we have plenty of time to at least score. Just get out. Keep it up, man. Also, do you think you're going to let the rookie quarterback you got play? Well, thank you for not being a troll unlike the last guy. So Gardner Minshew is going to be the Week 1 starter. If Gardner Minshew struggles, then I'm certainly willing to bench him for Coco, who has been really good in the preseason. If only Casey had stayed in bounds, he would have been gone. No one's catching Casey's shot, who's been really good today. But Coco will play based on how Minshew plays. And this preseason performance has certainly been very encouraging. He looks like the real deal, but it's also the preseason, so we can't make too much of it. What's good, Perry? Welcome. Yes, I watched most of Octi's vids. Don't watch the Pirates. Well, I mean, I appreciate you watching the other series. Giants aren't out of the playoffs. They're only behind Washington by a game. No one in that division is out at the moment. Although it'll probably be the Giants or Washington. The Giants have a tiebreaker, too. So if they have the same record, the Giants and the football team, the Giants get the spot. You're like the Steelers' offense on Madden. Get good. I mean, our defense is like the Steelers' offense. I don't know about if I could say that about this offense. The way we're moving the ball. Why is Casey Shock wide open? Why? Imagine being bad at Mario Kart. Couldn't be me. And Perry knows from experience. Alright, we're going to punch it in here with Pratt. And he doesn't get in. Eagles beat the Cowboys football team, take the East. What? You suck at Rocket League? Oh, I'm worse. I'm awful at Rocket League. Oh, we're going to run that in. Boom. Love your videos because you love the Jaguars. Found you searching for Bengals videos. I appreciate that, my guy. I guess that's the one good thing about Bengal using the same team that I used, that people are more likely to find it that way. Obviously, Bengal using the Jaguars wasn't necessarily a good thing, but I still wanted to use the Jaguars, and I'm happy I picked them because they are certainly a fun team to rebuild. Waluigi on Mario Kart? I mean, Waluigi's not too bad. Eagles could go 7-8-1. The Eagles already have 9 losses, so unfortunately that is not the case for them. You're atrocious at all video games. Oof. I'm atrocious at most. I'm not going to act like I'm that much better. Your cousin is a Jags fan? Well, I imagine your cousin is pretty happy at the moment with Trevor. So, is the Jets a really good possibility for next year? I don't see why not, yeah. I kind of want to do an NFC team, although I haven't thought about it really at all. But, I mean, the Jets are certainly an interesting idea, so they're probably a team I'll consider for sure. Jags in real life are set up good for the future. I mean, yeah, they have plenty of draft capital, a good amount of young talent, and probably Trevor Lawrence. So, they just have to hire... Why is Malik Hoskins 13 for 14? But, I mean, the Jaguars just have to find the right coach and the right GM, and then they'll be going places. Good places, not at the basement of the division. I kind of want to return a field goal here. Oh, they're not going for it. They're going for a Hail Mary? Darn. I wanted to have Casey Shock returning a kick. Oh, I guess they don't trust Prater. He's an old man, so I don't really blame him. Alright, good first half on offense. Coco Onwosu has been excellent so far in the preseason. I think the third quarter will probably be his last quarter of the preseason. I'm not going to play in the last game. So one more quarter of Coco. Malik Edwards-Hoskins has been really good for the Browns. It doesn't look like they'll miss Baker nearly as much as we expected. Although I do think they would be better with Baker than a 67 overall. But, I mean, he's looked good. Nice hit by Alford. He got back up, though. Video game genre I can think of I suck at is first-person shooter. Well, I've never really gotten into first-person shooter games, so, yeah. I imagine I would be awful at those. Because there's, like, no peripheral view. So I don't know how someone's able to get good with no, like, view of what's going on near them. I get it's hard to tackle Nick Chubb, but you guys are NFL players. I'm going to need you to do that. Video game genre I suck at is every game outside of NCAA 14. And if you're to choose one game to be good at, NCAA 14 is high on the list. Because there aren't many games better. Okay, not a bad tackle by Julius Williams as Chubb is hurt. Well, for the sake of this quarter, that'll be less humiliating for our defense, but for the sake of a Browns season, this could be pretty bad for them. He is going to the locker room, so that means it might actually be kind of serious. It'd be cool if I had the updated James Robinson rated. I wish James Robinson was in the game. Well, obviously he is with the current rosters, but I wish he was in, like, the preseason rosters. Because I certainly would have picked him up. I don't know if he'd be our future running back, but I would certainly like to have a guy like James Robinson on the roster. Maybe, I guess I could, like, edit some undrafted rookie and make him James Robinson, but, I mean, that's certainly something I could do. Who is their new running back? Davion Riddick. I think he's a second-year guy. Dan Bailey, Cody for Browns, or well, Dan Bailey sucks. Cody Parkey's actually been good this year for the Browns. Believe it or not. Why was Chubb playing it? Because it's Madden. I don't know why Nick Chubb was playing in the second half of a preseason game, but that's Madden logic for you. This game might be a shootout. If it's not already a shootout. Double doinking. Franchise quarterback from Madden 22 franchise will certainly be Greg Waters-Key. I mean, for the next franchise, I'll probably have a dynasty going on then, and it probably won't be Westlake. But, I mean, there are still going to be, like, players we go through the Westlake series who didn't make the Madden 21 series, probably like Greg Waters-Key. So, he'll probably be in Madden 22, and maybe he'll be the franchise quarterback. I don't know. When is the next mock draft? So, I always start my mock draft stuff in January. I was thinking I kind of wanted to start like a channel designated for that, but mock draft videos always make like a ton of money and they get a ton of views. So I was planning on actually uploading them on multiple channels once we reach the end of the regular season. So that's probably what I'm going to do with that. Get rid of it. That's going to be an intentional grounding. He had the bad game against Baltimore. I mean, I don't think anyone was really expecting him to be good. The thing with kickers is, like, you can, like, miss a bad kick like that and then turn from really good to really bad. That's what happened to Blair Walsh. He was really good with the Vikings. Then he missed that kick in the playoffs, and then he was bad after that. If the Jags win a game, you'll be so mad. If I was a Jags fan, I'd be in that same boat. A little bit underthrown. That's Coco's first interception as a Jaguar. Casey Shock burned Ward too, but imagine if the Jaguars and the Jets both win. That would be funny. I imagine the Jaguars would still have the I guess the better strength of schedule, so they would still get the first pick. But that would be sad for the Jets. But I guess for Perry, who really wants him to keep Sam Darnold, it's far more likely Darnold sticks around if the Jets don't get the first pick. But it's probably better for the team that they do get the pick. I thought it was a dime too. I thought it was, when he threw it, it was going to be caught, but I mean it was caught, but not by us. Intentional grounding calls are dumb and bad. Change my mind. I feel like intentional grounding calls are needed, but I don't know. I see why you think that. Two sides for you on Darnold. That's where I am with Carrion, because I mean I know Carrion's not going to stick around on our team for his second contract, and obviously he's probably my favorite player on the roster. But I also recognize that he's not the franchise running back, and I've certainly grown to like DeAndre Swift quite a bit. Obviously, it's not quite the same situation because Sam Darnold has trade value, and he's a quarterback, whereas Carrion has no trade value because he's a battered-up running back. I would rather a 23-year-old healthy quarterback than a 23-year-old battered-up running back. Won't be surprised if the Jets don't draft a quarterback. If they don't get pick one, it'll be interesting. Maybe they draft Fields, maybe they draft Wilson, maybe they trade down, maybe they pick Penei Sewell. That'd be a nasty tackle duo, Sewell and Becton. Nice sack by Taluai Pupu. What about Arizona State? Arizona State was done a while ago. I've been thinking about bringing it back as like a stream series one day. I just haven't gotten around to it. Daily reminder that I said Carrion was better than Nick Chubb. I did after their rookie years. I said Carrion was better. I know I was wrong. I wish I was right. Darnold could be inconsistent. That's the thing with Sam Darnold. He has his good moments and he has his bad moments. Or we start with Mississippi Valley State and Big Tuna. If Big Tuna's on the roster, it wouldn't even be a rebuild. That'd be super easy. Becton has been good. Becton has certainly been worth that pick. And he's been one of the few bright spots. Oh, dear. Wanted Fields for a while. Then you were iffy with the Indiana game. And the Northwestern game certainly wasn't great. I still think Justin Fields is the clear second-best quarterback in the draft. But obviously, if you're Jacksonville, or the Jets for that matter, you would certainly rather Trevor. Okay, that was bad. We want Browns on Madden 18 back. That was the OG series. I mean, those videos were not good, but... Alright, let's just... I mean, it's... Worst case, it's an arm punt, and it's just an incompletion. You hope the Jags went over the Bears? You don't want Jacksonville to get Trevor? I mean, don't you like the Bills? That would mean that the Jets would get Trevor. So the Jaguars losing out would be good for Buffalo. Antonio Gibson is the best running back. I mean, if you mean rookie running back, I mean, statistically, he's probably been the best. As a biased DeAndre Swift fan, I would probably pick Swift. But I mean, Gibson is certainly in that discussion. Swift, Dobbins, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I mean, none of the rookies have been like outstanding, but they've all been pretty good for the most part. Even Cam Akers is starting to come along. I don't know why the Rams picked him over Dobbins, but... Why are bowl games up north? That's a really good question. Isn't there plenty of warm destinations? That's a very good question. I mean, this year I guess there are reasons, but in general, I feel like, yeah, most should be in the South. James Robinson has been the best out of it. I didn't even think of James Robinson, you're right. Yeah, James Robinson's probably the best rookie running back. I just didn't think of him because, obviously, he wasn't picked. When I think of rookie running backs, I think of the guys who got drafted, but I would say, yeah, probably Robinson has been the best. Certainly statistically, I mean, what is he, third in rushing yards? Adams or Cooks? Brandon Cooks? I mean, Devontae Adams is miles better than Brandon Cooks. I don't know what you're talking about. Devontae Adams is probably the best receiver in the league right now. And obviously that hurts me to say, but I don't dislike Devontae Adams. Famous Idaho Bowl is goated. Screw you, R&D. Yeah, under Henry and Dalvin. And no one's even close to Henry and Dalvin, so... I mean, that's certainly impressive for an undrafted rookie in James Robinson, who got snubbed for the Pro Bowl, by the way. I don't know how they gave it to Josh Jacobs over him. Backups are now in. And Josh Allen. Devontae got locked up by C.J. Henderson. I don't care if he got quote-unquote locked up by C.J. Henderson. He has still been elite this year. James Robinson and Scary Terry got snubbed. Terry McLaurin should have made it, but the thing is, the NFC has so many good receivers. Like, A.J. Brown made in the AFC. I think Terry is better than McLaurin, or Terry is better than McLaurin. Teddy is better than Brown, although A.J. Brown's a great player. But, as I was talking about earlier, that I don't think it should be based on conferences. It should just be the best players at their positions. The NFC receivers, I think, were Hopkins, Devontae Adams, DK Metcalf, and Justin Jefferson. Obviously, Hopkins and Adams are locks. You can make a case for McLaurin being better than both DK and Jefferson. It's certainly very close. Looks like Aaron Rodgers is probably going to be MVP. It's a close race with him and Mahomes. Our defense has been atrocious today. Who deserves MVP more? I would probably say Aaron Rodgers. Although, obviously, I don't like his team. The Gasparilla Bowl has been canceled. No! Is it just you, or does anyone else watch Jester's old 2K videos? I mean, someone out there probably does, other than just you. Okay, the play stands. We now need our undrafted rookie, whose name I already forget, but I do know he has a cool name, to drive down the field and try to leave this comeback. How do we feel about a Chiefs-Packers Super Bowl? For obvious reasons, I hope that does not happen. That would be a very good game. And I would be a designated Chiefs fan for about 2 weeks. Obviously, I'd rather a different team than the Packers, but if we want the best game possible, if I'm eliminating who I like and who I don't like, that's probably the best game. Good run for Williamson. Hope the Browns win the Super Bowl. I certainly would not hate that.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Jacksonville.
A lot of drama going on with 2Hype. Yeah, I mean, I guess the one good thing about not being an overly big YouTuber or content creator is I don't have to worry about the drama of it. That's a fumble? How many yards did we lose there? We lost 27 yards. There's Joaquin Tejada, the 77 overall second-round pick. Packers versus Steelers or Ravens. I still think the Steelers are probably the second-best contender in the AFC. Although it's close. Buffalo's in the discussion. Tennessee's in the discussion. It could go with one of the wild cards. 3rd and 36, fellas.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Watch the Super Bowl be Browns-Washington. Now that would be funny. Yeah, we just had hope to get lucky there. 4th and 35. I know we're at the 8. I feel like for the sake of winning, we shouldn't go for it. And if this was a regular season game, I would punt it. But it's for preseason, so why not? He wasn't even able to get it off. As a Washington fan, I approve. Wouldn't mind the Bills winning the Super Bowl. I wouldn't mind the Bills winning it. I just want whatever happens to make it the most likely shot that the Lions get Brian Daboll. So if the Bills winning the Super Bowl helps that, then I'm all for it. Is our undefeated preseason going to come to an end here? Barring something crazy? Bills need a Super Bowl. They've never won one. They obviously lost 4 in a row. My hope of Browns-Bills is less likely. Yeah. Unless the Browns or the Bills do really bad the rest of the way. So the Bills would need to get the 4 seed, or the Browns would need to get like the 6 or 7 seed. All right, fellas, do we want to make the QB change? I'm going to do it. We're going to put him in. It's Trace McSorley time. McSorley and Tyree Jackson will both play the 4th game. But for the people, I imagine you guys want to see some Trace McSorley action. His first throw as a Jaguar is complete. Trace McSorley has a career completion percentage as a Jaguar of 100%. Alright, let's try to keep it that way. Browns-Cardinals, Super Bowl Cardinals aren't good enough. And the Browns probably aren't either, but Trace is going to run with it. He feels faster than... Oh, dear. He feels faster than Williamson, who has 89 speed. Rams-Packers. I mean, we can't have that as a Super Bowl when both teams are in the NFC. Oh, dear. Why'd I go for the hit stick? That's my big problem with tackling. I go for hit sticks too often, and they backfire like that one. And now the Browns are going to put a 48 on us. Alright, fellas, do we want to simulate the rest of this game, or do we want to keep playing? Obviously, it's the preseason. The result doesn't really matter. But if you guys would rather sim out this game and move on to the 4th, that works too. If you said Rams on Saturday, I would have agreed with you. But things have changed. 1 vote for Sim. Nick has had enough of watching his team dominate us in the second half. Why do our backups play well against their starters, but our next set of backups don't play well against their backups? 2 votes for Sim. Rams, Dolphins. I don't think the Dolphins are ready. I think the Dolphins certainly have a bright future, but weren't we only down by 1 point? We were up pretty much at halftime, and well, things got bad. Things got real bad. Another vote for Sim. I'll probably complete this drive out, see if we can add some points, and then Sim. I don't want to play defense because the defense has been so bad today. Thankfully, it's not the starting defenders, but eek. Trace still has not thrown an incompletion. I do want to run a fake punt today, and I might have to do that on like a random second down. I know I shouldn't, but it's for preseason, and I want to run a fake punt with Brian Amaya. I have to see his arm. I gave him like 99 throw power, but his accuracies are all really bad. And if we don't get the fake punt, I'll probably sim after that. Don't pick it. And he picked it, but he only got 1 in. Alright, we're going to go for our punt now. I know it's 3rd down, but why not? No, I don't want Hernandez-Rios in the game. No! The Rams will win a Super Bowl in 2028 with Juju. What an odd guess. Will Juju be still dancing on logos by then, or will he have learned his lesson? Alright, we're going to go back to the fake punt. Run it on 3rd down and punt it. Too late. Let's see what Brian Amaya can do. Okay, we had no time to throw it. That just turned bad. Alright, we're going to sim the rest of the way. Your ideal Super Bowl will be Washington Steelers. Washington gets to beat them again. Browns winning with Kyler. What? Kyler on the Browns? Okay, well that game was ugly. Coco played well, and we will be finishing out the preseason without Coco because I'm not going to have him play the last game. We're going to have Tyree and Trace at quarterback. Everyone's GOAT and my GOAT. Browns winning with Patrick Mahomes. And the Lions are going to win with Wes Lunt. Our highest passer rating goes to Coco Onwosu. He was pretty good, especially in the first half. He was dominant in the first half. 3rd quarter in, not as much. Devontae Williamson was mad. Trace got hurt? Did that happen in the sim? That's no bueno. Casey Shock was very good. I'm excited to see more of him. Spencer Holmes allowed 3 sacks. He's probably going to get cut. Which I will be doing cuts, by the way, today. Ooh, I do want to see the kicking and punting stats. Volker made all his kicks. Amaya only had 1 punt. And the shanked fake punt. Alright, time for the 4th and final game of the day against the Denver Broncos. What happened to Trace? Okay, it's not Trace, it's Garrison Matthews, who is out for 6 weeks. He's staying on the Chiefs, but why does Kyler leave the Cardinals? We have to cut 22 players. That does include practice squad. Alright, so We're going to have Tyree Jackson start, and Trace will do the rest. I like Devontae Williamson. At worst, he'll either go on a practice squad or he'll be the third quarterback on the roster. What injury does Chubb have? Ooh, I'm kind of curious. Nick Chubb has a torn labrum, and he is out for the first 3 games of a regular season. That doesn't impact us since we don't play the Browns at all, I don't think, this year, no. Any other players that don't want playing, we'll move Josh Jackson down. And then for special teams, we're going to have Fox and Volker. Browns could get Dak. I don't think it's likely. I think based on how Baker's played, the Browns are going to stick with Baker at least for a little while longer. But I'm not sold on Dallas paying him. Alright, we'll just go with the regular. We'll go with another alternate for us. We'll go with those. I feel like Matt Ryan to the Niners makes too much sense. Reunite him with Kyle Shanahan. I think the Niners would instantly become one of the biggest contenders in the NFC again, if that happened. And for the Falcons, they can jumpstart their rebuild, probably get some draft picks. I think the best place for Dak is Washington, no bias. That sounds like some bias. Or maybe not. I mean, Washington's defense is very good. Offense, I mean, Terry McLaurin's cool. Antonio Gibson showed promise, but, I mean, that's about it. The Blaine Gabbert unis. I wasn't a huge NFL draft guy when Blaine Gabbert got picked, but wasn't it Vito's like a steal because Jake Locker went before him and that like wasn't supposed to happen? Wasn't that the year that Christian Ponder went super high too and he was supposed to be like a third rounder to the Vikings and he ended up being terrible? Yeah, that was the Cam Newton year with Locker, Gabbert, and Ponder as the next quarterbacks. Matt Ryan of the Raiders don't need a quarterback. Derek Carr is good. Third and 9, my guy, Tyree Jackson in the game. He's not known for his accuracy, by the way. I've referred to him. Why do we have it up a 1? Did we get a turnover? Tyree Jackson is the Walmart version of Josh Allen. Based on how Josh Allen has played and based on Tyree Jackson not being on an NFL roster, that might be a little bit insulting to Josh Allen, but watch Carson Wentz go to the Patriots. I think Carson Wentz on the Colts is even more scarier than that. Although I'm sure Bill Belichick could totally revive him, it's not like Cam Newton was any better in New England than he was at the end of his Carolina tenure. I'll never stop. Drew Lock has not been good today. The Broncos, not only in real life, but here, they might be looking at a quarterback soon. For the Broncos' sake, they better tank for Aiden Kent. Alright, we saw Tyree Jackson for 1 play. And it'll be Trace McSorley for the rest of this one. Tyree Jackson is Kmart, Josh Allen. Good old Kmart. Alright, I'm going to try to get it back to Avzakiwe. If he's open, obviously. Yeah, he's open. $11 belongs to Onwusu, like the jersey number. I think that was his number in college. For the preseason, I've had him at number 6. I think number 6 looks nice, but I mean number 11 works too. I'm fine with changing jersey numbers after the preseason. Why not eat it? Okay, that wasn't a success. Our defense has played the total opposite of how they played last week. Alright, we can make it 21-3 here. Alright, I'm going to run the ball. We have 2 timeouts, so we can afford to run the ball and call timeout. We're going to go with a toss to the left. I regret that. Alright, let's change it up. Oh, that might be a touchdown. Yes, it is. J.J. Dobbins was not supposed to get touches in the preseason, but he has played quite well. And we are up big. No moment in the third quarter. All right, we jump all the way to 5.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. One of the quicker games. And after this one, we will go over preseason stats, make our cuts, and then that will be it for today's stream. Broncos get Pittsburgh Steelers backup Mason Rudolph as their starter? I mean, Drew Lock isn't any good, but I'd pick him as a starter over Rudolph. Alright, it's 3rd and inches. We're going to run the ball. Hopefully Kyra Brooks here can convert. And he does, cool. Mason Rudolph is garbage. I agree with that. He is not good. And potentially a racist. Alright, 2nd and 7. Let's add another score for good measure. Yeah, we're in. Trace McSorley with the touchdown. Isn't enough to keep him on the roster, though. Oh, we got another moment. Oh my, they have it for 1 with 6 seconds. I don't think he was in. Oh, that's Jonathan Clarkson. I forgot about him. Jonathan Clarkson is another Walmart Josh Allen. Just he's not as mobile. Didn't you say you really liked Mason Rudolph out of college? Yes, I did, and I got that one wrong. You get some right and you get some wrong. That one was a miss. Our offense had 100 less yards than them. 150 less yards, and we still win easily. Huh. Alright, so we go 3-1 in the preseason. One game we lose is the game that we actually play the whole thing. No one played all that well at quarterback. Tyree Jackson wasn't bad. He only threw 5 passes. Drew Lock at our QB rating at 3.6. McSorley was decent. Jonathan Clarkson was okay. I don't know if I'd say I get most of them wrong. You're bound to get some wrong. JJ will go to the Steelers. I don't think JJ Watt stays in Houston for that much longer, unless he really likes the coach, whoever that may be. JK played well again today. He was certainly solid in this preseason. Joshua Thomas, the leading receiver in catches and yards. Simba Azakiwe with a good game. That's nice to see. Dwight Garrett leads in tackles. Broncos had a really interesting draft. They did pretty good. Babino, Van Der Esch, and Scott with interceptions. All right. So a good preseason, but now we have to do the not-so-fun part, that being releasing players. Coco already has 2 skill points. So he'll be a 71 probably. He's a 69 strong arm, right? I might as well just regenerate the depth chart now. I'll obviously make my own changes, but... yeah, 69 strong arm and scrambler. I want to develop him as a passer. So we're going to put them both into to strong arm. Ooh, 1 throw power. He already has like 94 throw power or something. Plus 4 awareness. Yeah, he needs that. 94 throw power. Okay, so he had 93 originally. Plus 5 to awareness. That's a big deal. I'm not going to give everybody their skill points now, but figured I might as well do it for Coco. Maybe J.J. Watt can play for the Pirates. I heard he likes Benny Lane. I mean, who doesn't like Benny Lane? That's the real question. All right, looking at the numbers, Coco Onwosu, I thought his statistics would be a little bit better, but regardless, he was very impressive in the preseason. He looks like he can be our franchise quarterback. I don't want to overreact, but I liked what I saw. Gardner Minshew will be the day 1 starter, to reiterate, but if Gardner Minshew struggles, I'm not afraid to put Coco in. And I imagine a lot of people are going to want Coco in. So, who knows? That could be sooner than later. But who makes the roster out of Devontae Williamson, Trace McSorley, and Tyree Jackson? Williamson and Jackson can both go to the practice squad, but McSorley cannot because he's been in the league 3 years. I'm back to Joshua play good. He had 8 catches for 78 yards, I think. So he was pretty solid. Running the ball, J.K. Dobbins was good, so was Coco. R.J. Ewell was fine. 2 touchdowns for Danya Pratt. Receiving, Casey Shock had like 7 of those catches in the Browns game. Simba was good. Seems like J.K. Dobbins was our best player in the preseason. Bowman scored. We had, like, what, 2 passing touchdowns or something? Yeah, we did not have many passing scores. We had almost all of our touchdowns on the ground. That's interesting. The offensive line, we mostly played backups. Defensively, why did Rashawn Babineau and Leighton Vander Esch lead us in tackles? They should have even touched the field. 2 sacks for Sam Walford, 1.5 for Stone and Odenabu. And 1 interception for a number of guys. All right, kicking. Did Josh Lambo not play? Oh, we made 5 extra points. Volker went 5 for 5 on field goals. Okay. Okay, interesting. Punting, they pretty much had identical stats. Amaya had 2 inside the 20. Fox had none, and Federico had 3. What's good, Jace Olson? Welcome to the stream, my guy. Who played the most downs out of the quarterbacks? Probably Coco, yeah. It was Coco. Alrighty, time for cuts. Quarterback. Obviously, Coco and Minshew are good. But what do we do with these guys? I imagine everybody's going to want McSorley on the active roster. We're going to move Tyree Jackson to the practice squad. Out of Williamson and McSorley, we can move Williamson to the practice squad. And we would have, or we could cut McSorley. I'm a man of the people. We're going to have Trace McSorley on the final roster. Running back, I think I'm going to cut Pratt. He's only at 62. I'm not opposed to picking him back up. He was pretty good in the preseason, but I think we're going to cut him for now. Fullback, we don't have one. Wide receiver, Newton. I don't think he really played. I'll move him to the practice squad. I'm not cutting Tyree Jackson, no. Why is Laviska Shenault not here? I mean, I wouldn't cut Shenault, but I don't know why he's not showing up. That's odd. Godwin's 25. I like his skill set, but I don't know. We're going to move Beverly to the practice squad. How many is this? This would be 8 receivers. We don't need 8. I'm going to cut Godwin. And I'm going to move Portagwe to the practice squad. Tight end, I think I'm going to keep these 4 on the roster. I don't know why it's showing as a QA for Daniel Romer. Cut Shark. That would be funny. Reddick is going to be cut. This glitch is so annoying. I'm going to cut Callahan, and we'll get back to Knowles. Holmes is going to get cut. He sucks. Garrard, I'm going to move to the practice squad. And the right tackle, I'm going to keep both. Brennans will go to the practice squad. Taco's 27. I don't know if I really need Taco. I might just cut him, to be honest. I'll get back to him. Malcolm Williams will go to the practice squad. I want to cut LJ Collier. Hold on. This glitch is driving me insane. Was he on our practice squad last year, Collier? I think so. D-tackle, this is fine. I'm going to keep Joe Giles Harris. I like what he brings to the table. We're going to have Benson on the practice squad. Is Ferguson any good? He's only at 59. I think he's a little bit better than his rating suggests, but I'm probably going to cut him. Kavon lives to see another day. corner. We do not need all of these corners. Okay, I should probably cut one. We're going to put Hamilton on the practice squad. 3 safety. Why? Oh, we're out of practice squad slots. Fudge. Okay. We don't need Jack Fox. I'm going to cut a couple guys off the practice squad real quick. I might cut Tyree Jackson, and I hate to do that, but it's not like anyone's going to sign him, so. Who's the quarterback for the Steelers? Steven Westwood is the quarterback for the Steelers here. We don't need 3 receivers here. Out of these guys, who do I cut? I mean, Newton being the lowest overall, I think it's the least likely that he gets picked up by anybody. I like him, but I will probably release him for now. And then, how old is Brins? 23. I think I'm going to cut Williams. Another player who I'm not opposed to bringing back, but I'll probably cut him. All right. We have 3 more practice squad slots, and we have 4 players left. I'm going to move Volker to the practice squad. I think I'm going to start with Amaya as the punter. I mean, he is hidden, so I'm going to move Federico to the practice squad and start Amaya. All right, we have to cut 1 player and put 1 player in the practice squad. Ooh, this is where it gets tough. I don't think we need Josh Oliver. We have a fairly similar player in Simba Azakiwe, so I'm going to cut Oliver. And for our last spot, I want it to be a practice squad player. We're going to move Shaq Quarterman into practice squad. Alrighty. That certainly was not easy. It's never fun to cut players, but it's part of the business. So the roster has been narrowed down to 53. And we are ready for the regular season. I will make the depth chart on stream. I imagine you guys probably want to see that. Octi has not learned his lesson. Well, Volker will probably be a free agent again in the offseason if someone picks him up. Odenabu's out for 9 weeks? Oh, no. That is not good. And Olford's out for 7. Odenabu has been so good for us, too. That sucks. I'll put him on IR. And I'll probably put Alford on IR. We can sign some of the guys we just cut. Okay. Okay, so now we can bring 2 players, or we can sim a week and see who gets cut. Yeah, there's probably no one I really want here. There are some good players here, but there's nobody I really need here. Can you make an O-line prospect? You can make an O-line prospect for the upcoming draft class. Who out of these players would I want? Specifically the guys who were cut. Probably Godwin. For sure, and then maybe 1 other player. Alright, let's sim to week 1 against the Washington football team. Do you see a Hollywood Hick? Why are Browns fans so obsessed with him? I mean, he's a fine player, but... Alright, what's the goal here? I would say probably playoffs. We're not going to win the Super Bowl. Probably not. I mean, if Gardner Minshew goes off, then maybe. But we can't be going for 4 or 7 wins. So I'd say make the playoffs is the goal. All right, is there anyone who I really want here? Deontay Harris got cut? If we sign him, I wouldn't need to sign Godwin then. Now that's interesting. That is really interesting. I imagine Godwin didn't get signed, right? Aguilar is still... We could bring back Nelson Aguilar. He would probably be like wide receiver 5, but... I mean, he was really good. Ooh, Hakeem Butler. Move him to tight end? I might have to do that. Alright, Antonio Gandy Golden is on the Bears practice squad. I have some choices here at wide receiver. Hakeem Butler, Terry Godwin, AGG. I already said Hakeem Butler. Deontay Harris. I have some choices. There's Dan Arnold. Is there anybody who's, like, young who's really tempting at, like, any position? Damon Arnett is in here. Huh. That is interesting. Sign of a practice. Do we have extra space on our practice squad? I think we have an extra practice squad spot, yeah. As a number 4 corner, I kind of want to do this. Hollywood Higgins is legit the best receiver in free. I mean, you're not wrong, but there are players I prefer. Like Hakeem Butler, Aguilar, Deontay Harris, Gandy Golden, Terry Godwin. I mean, Higgins is fine, but... Ooh, Blankenship is a free agent. I know people are probably going to want that. This is a tough choice at receiver. I have to do it. I have to sign the GOAT. Why do we not have a practice? Oh, Hakeem Butler is ineligible. What is his rating at tight end? I had to sign the man, the myth, the legend. He wouldn't start. He would be like wide receiver 5. But what is his rating at tight end? I know he's quite good at tight end in Madden. I know from experience. He is a 73. I thought he'd be higher, to be honest. Yeah, he'll probably be wide receiver 5. Alright, I'll go through the depth chart now, and then I guess I will probably end the stream. Quarterback. Not going to change anything there. Running back. That's exactly right. Fullback. We'll make Romer the fullback. Wide receiver. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have Zeke Bowman 3, Casey Shock 4, but Shock will be the slot receiver. So Shock and Bowman will get pretty much even snaps. I think Shock will probably get a little bit more. Tight end, yes. Left tackle, that's fine. Not many changes for me to make on the offense. I think we might have more with, like, the specialists and stuff. I'm going to move Borang up to 2. Right end, that's fine. D tackle. I'm going to make Friarwood the 2nd. Is Miles Jack the left outside? No, he's the right outside. Who am I going to put at left outside? I guess Telu Ipupu. I thought that would be the case. Let's just do a little bit of this. Did I sign any undrafted guys? Yeah, I signed all the undrafted guys before. Some of them are on the practice squad. I don't know if... I think maybe a couple might have made the final roster. And then a few ended up getting cut. We only have 2 middle linebackers on the team? Huh. Corner. Yes. 3 safety. Strong safety. Yep. Kicker and punter the way they are. Kick returner will be Shock, I guess, followed by Egerton. Yours got cut. Payne. I mean, I'm not opposed to signing him back if we need him back. What about R.J. Ewell as a returner? I mean, Egerton wasn't all that special last year, so I'm a little bit more intrigued by what Ewell can do. Juju should get traded. He can't get traded because the trade deadline's passed. So, that's not really an option. Dobbins will be the 3rd down back, and Kyra Brooks will be the power back. Slot receiver will be Casey Shock. Rush left end will be Allen. I want Telu Ipupu as the backup, though, over Taco. Rush defensive tackle. That's fine with me until Adenabu is back. Sub linebacker. I don't really know what I want to do here. I want Babineau still at number 1. This is really where I'm stuck between Vander Esch and Jack. I don't know what to do here. I guess I'll probably rotate it between these guys. I'll make it Miles Jack for now. Slot corner. We could always put Babineau as the slot corner this year. That's actually an interesting idea. I think I'm actually going to try that to start the year. Instead of Josh Jackson. I don't know if I'm going to stick with this, but I'm going to try it out. And then the practice squad, we have like 2 extra spots. Huh. I might as well sign some of the guys I cut. Yeah, I thought all the spots were taken. Let's start with wide receiver. Is there no practice squad eligible wide receivers here? Melvin Newton's on the Jets practice squad. Okay. If I want him on the roster, I can. So there's no wide receiver here who I can sign to a practice squad. That is incredible. Huh. I don't think I've ever seen that. Julian Blackmon, I'll add to the practice squad. And there are really not a lot of good players here. What does Keyshawn Rhodes bring to the table? Yeah, I kind of like this guy. All right, there we go. Julian Blackmon's not as good as he is in real life, so that's probably why he is. Locked up, the Titans sign Linval. Why is Nick Boyle getting a $30 million deal? Can we do re-signings? No. Looks like some teams can. Or maybe not. Okay. Boyle might have been a regular free agent. So I guess that will do it for today's stream. Hope everybody enjoyed. Next episode, week 1, that'll probably be on Thursday. It would have been tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to get the Cavs video out today. So I think the game against Washington will be on Thursday. I might premiere that. If you guys want, I'll premiere that. And then we will start our Season 3 journey, which should be fun. So that'll do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream and have a good rest of your Tuesday. Okay, how do I end this? I just took a screenshot. I'm still not used to this. Okay. I think I got it.